All right, hello everyone. So let's do a quickie here. Now, yesterday I said it was a little tricky, so we need to be careful. If there was a decent pullback, I said we could go long again. At the end of the day, with gold, I said we are here, so we've got room to go up as well. I did say so. If it comes back down, buying was not a bad idea at all. And gold didn't come back that much, as you can see. It's just still hanging around there, and that's fine. If you take a look at your Astro hours from yesterday, okay, so I said in the opening, US opening, we should have a push. That's your US opening or pre-session, and then market comes up, and then we had these Astro hours, as you know, from yesterday, right? So no big deal there. And then the market pushed down into those hours, which I said would be around 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock my time, and that's around there. Okay, so no big deal. Now what is the question? All right, because with yesterday, it was like, yeah, 850. 850. 850 is about here, right? 750 there. All right, so the market pushed down into there, comes back to the low. As you can see, it's pretty much a sideways market. So only buying the lows, selling the highs was an option. And that's basically it. So what to do with gold? It still has room to come up a little bit more into that 62, but it's an option. Okay, it's not definite. So that could be 2058 or 2069. Okay, so today we've got 2069 up here. All right, so it's still doable. Now, today, the important hours, there are not a lot of hours today. So what you can do is this. If the market does come back down, you can go long again in a place. Where can it come back down to? Okay, previous day low is okay. So we could end up in this zone. Okay, this zone is okay to be going long. Okay, yesterday there was a bit of gap down here, so this was also good. The market can still pop down here. If you want to sell, selling the high of yesterday, okay, previous day high, previous month's high. Obviously, this month's high is all the way like up here, right? But at the end of the day, these levels, I think they're still okay to sell. This is the weekly pivot. So going up there and selling is okay. If you sold at the top here at the weekly pivot as well, that would not have been a bad idea, simply because the market rushed up there nice and easy and then pushed back down. So this is not a bad sell here, but the market is still, as you can see, bullish. So pullbacks are okay to go up, in my opinion. If you want to go long from here, like on the daily pivot or in this zone here where the market, you see, had a bit of a push up, that's also not a bad idea. It's okay to do so. But I'd wait for a bit of a pullback into an Astro hour and then do it. And that's about it if you want to push it up. If you want to sell at the tops here as well, I'd rather do it at the tops here or at this 2069.77 zone. Why? Because the 73 and the 77 are from yesterday. That 62.77 and that 73 was, I think it's what, 2058 today on the price. On the monthly, do I have anything? Yeah, 2058. Let's do that as well. So 2058. This is on the price. Okay, so 2058 on the price, 2069 on the PST on the daily, and then we've got 2077. I'm going to get rid of that. Let's take a look at SB 500. SB 500, I said once again, it's a bit of a tricky situation, a tricky day. Look, when the day is tricky, you don't have to trade. I didn't trade yesterday. I understood the day was tricky. I made a comment. I said, look, guys, this day is tricky. You might want to just stand aside. And you should have been okay. If you decided to trade, then, it's a bit of a technical analysis thing. But look, the minute you see the market pushing down here, it retraces right into the Astro hour. That's not a coincidence. It's falling at the Astro hour. It's going up into another Astro hour. And because they had a sell reaction here, market sold all the way down here again. And as you can see, this is where the market made a big wick, coming all the way right into that bar there. So it tapped in there and then went up. So what to do with it? Well, until we get a sell signal, it's still bullish, but I don't think it's got a lot of room to go further up, but I could be wrong. At the end of the day, like I said, this is a sell zone. Okay, so I don't want to be buying at the top here. What you can do is wait and sit it out. And basically, as you can see, it tapped into there. And this was an indecision bar before. We'll have to see how this pans out. I noted that PST level here yesterday or the day before. I put this in there. I put this line in there. You see the PST gap here as well. The market filling that in as well. And also the market filled in this PST gap here before. So PST gaps are always nice to look out for as well. And now that this is filled out, maybe it'll sell off here. So if you're thinking about selling, then what you have to do, because this is the weekly, right? What you got to do, and the top here is what? 4,820, 4,730. So 4,820 is all the way up there. It's just way up there. Okay. So I don't because it's Friday, I don't think we need to really put anything in there. And that's basically it. And this zone is where the tap happens. So 4,740 zone here. If it goes slightly higher as well, it's doable. Today until 11 o'clock, well, 11:15 actually, we're going to have like a disruptive move. So I'd wait for that and then do your setup if you're going to do it at 12:30. If the market's at a decent spot, then we might see the market pushing back up. In New York, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 7 to 8:30 is going to be determining. If we get a swing, that should carry on until closing. So that's basically it. Okay. So with the SP 500 is what? If you want to buy the lows, buy the lows. If you want to sell the highs, sell the highs. I think they're both doable. Fridays, I don't trade. Okay. And I don't work actually on Fridays. So I'm just doing the videos and the hours as a matter of courtesy to the members. But this is how it is. All right. So you can sell the highs at the top, sell the low, and buy the lows here. You can buy the low here as well. As you can see, the previous day low, they might come down for a bit of a sweep and then like chill out afterwards. There's a bit of a gap here, which you might want to, the market might want to like fill in. There's also a big gap here, as you can see. So you have to be a little careful. Make sure these gaps kind of like, they'll be thrusted in. Once the market starts selling, we're going to have to come back all the way down here. All right. Euro dollar weekly. Let's take a look. Nice. Here as well. Now, remember yesterday I said this is a runner, and I don't like runners. And I said so as well. So it's a bit tricky. But if you went long in the US session, that would have been your level, right? What do we have? 255, which is 3 o'clock. And then we had what? 330, which is 330 is what? 230. That's 230 there. And then what do we have? 355 on the platform, which was 455 my time. And that is your 355 bar happening here. Right, so the market comes down and then just starts going up here, as you can see, and that's fine. 155 is also 155 is here, right? So this is basically the top, okay? And then the market takes a bit of a pull down and then breaks out. And remember, what did I say about yesterday? 455 to 620. I'm expecting breakouts, and that's your 520 right there. Beautiful. Okay, because the platform is 1 hour behind. So that's nice. And then the market goes there. Okay. And then pushing up into those hours. Okay. So no big deal. 850 was here in the evening, and that was the high. Now then, if you want to sell the highs on this, let's get rid of this now. That's fine. And this is what I mean when I say tricky days, stay out. Now the market sold here before, there are no gaps here. Selling again in this zone is not a bad idea at all. Remember, buying the lows was a good idea, and we got in there. And now want to sell, push the market down back because it should come down. On the weekly, it's just maybe it might touch 63, which is 1076. We'll keep it on the radar, 1076. But if the market starts turning from around here, I'm okay to sell. If I was working, I would be. 1076 is up here as well. If the market goes up in the New York session into an Astro hour, I think it's sellable. So selling the highs and then selling this level as well, I think is okay to do so. At Astro hours, let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, and call it a week. And here is Dow Jones as well. As you can see, when I say tricky day, you see it's a tricky day. It's just, back and forth, the market whipsawing. So taking a break yesterday and going out was, I think, the best thing I could have done, which is fine. And what to do with Dow Jones as well? Again, the market, as you can see, not a lot of movement going up and down yesterday. So on the weekly, well, these are the levels we said we could get to. On the monthly, yeah, it still may have room to go up. Okay, so we still, like I said, that Christmas rally is still on, as you can see. So I don't think there's any drama here at all. What you can do, this is Friday, I'd just sit back and relax. If you want to really get into the market, what you might want to do is, if you're going to do intraday trading, selling the high at Astro hour is okay. Buying the low, this zone here, buying the low to go up intraday is also okay. All right. You just have to be a bit careful because, like I'm saying, it's a tricky day because you see there's a gap here, and market likes to spike them. They do a big wick, take everybody out, and then your direction is still correct, but you're like out of the game because they do something really funny. Okay, so just make sure your Astro hours are working good, and then you can get in at the right place, or you can wait for a U-turn confirmation. Let the market come down, go to a smaller time frame, let it do that impulse wave, wait for that ABC pull back in the small time frame, and then just go with it. Same thing with NASDAQ. Oh, NASDAQ. Let's do this. Well, that's a nice fall from NASDAQ yesterday. Let's take a look on the weekly. Oh, right there. Okay, pretty much where I marked it in. Okay, so that's pretty much where it is. Okay, that's not bad. The market's still up. There's a breakout on the weekly. There's a breakout on the monthly. So, whoops. Okay, so it's still in an upwards motion, so I don't see myself going against it. This will be a nice place to get in, and that's your LCL1, 16426. Oh, indecision on the daily. So this is going to be important. All right, this is a bit of an important bar. If there's going to be support, it'll be 16426. And that's going to be right there. All right, so if the market wants to come down here, 16426, this is a place where the market can buy. And yesterday, same thing. Nice gap, fills it in, just pushes up. Okay, so if the market comes down into an Astro hour, might sweep it and then push up, it's good to go up. But I'd be careful because, like I said, this is a zone. You check your weekly. This is a zone where they sold off before previously. So I'd expect the market to push down a little bit. So buying the highs is really not for me. So I'm going to sit it out with the indices and chill out. But it's your call. If you want to buy at the Astro Hour at the lows. If you want to sell, you can sell the highs at the Astro Hour. Bitcoin, I've said before, if the market is high on these swing days, you can sell them down. If they're low, you can buy them up. You can also use your PSD levels, nice and easy. Those levels for today here, for example, is your HCL1, 44,501. So if the market gets up into 44,501 or whatever, then selling at Astro Hours is not a bad idea. But basically, that's how it is. All right, 44,501, so slightly low. Well, somewhere around here. Okay. And also, as you can see, big push down again. So this could be the time when the market might want to push down. It hasn't gone up all the way there, as you can see. So if this is a failed swing, if we break below this, then we should break below that and come down here. So that will be like an A, B, C push down, which should break, logically it should break this. Okay. So selling the highs may not be a good idea, may not be a bad idea at all at Astro Hours to push it down.